Well, there's air in the tyre, so we can go a little further afield. So come with us now as we go along the coast here in Cardigan Bay. Well, here we are back at Aberystwyth. So Lexi will be happy because Aberystwyth is a university town. And we're going to have a look now up here on the North Beach. Just behind us is the Royal Pier. So a different bit of Aberystwyth to share with everyone today. Hopefully some interesting buildings, some interesting views, but also, if the sea goes out a bit, some interesting finds. Come on, let's have a look.
Hello from a very cold and stormy Aberystwyth. We're going to have a look on the beach when the tide goes out a little bit further. But for now we're going to go for a wander up the prom and see what's right up there. Hello Mr. Johnson.
Hello.
I found this bit of sand and I've noticed that if you scrape away, there seems to be something underneath it. Is this signs of an ancient civilization underneath the beach? Wow! Do you think the storms have washed away so much sand that this is dating right back to the Romans? Well, it's not. It's just that the sea has been so rough here at Aberystwyth, it has washed all this sand up onto the prom. So underneath is the very nice paving, which is now covered in an inch or so of sand. Oh well, we'll keep looking for something a little older. The sea is just there. We're not going too close because it's very dangerous today. But I thought I'd show you some of these beautiful pebbles. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? With the lines through it, and we got this sort of thing with some marbling in. And there's this, which has got like lilac graining. That's really nice. Let's have a look what else we can see. You can see all the different shades. Really lovely. Oh, this is a nice one. That's quite green. Yes, I like that. Oh, I like far too many stones here today. That's a nice one again. I have to resist temptation. Look, they're so pretty. That one's very pink. Another nice one. And, oh, I like that. Oops, dropped one. Oh, the last one I'm going to pick up, honestly, really, is this one here. Oops, and I dropped that one. Oh, I can't help it, sorry. I want that one as well. Right, back to put these in Phil's bag, and then we're going to be good. No more collecting stones. Do you think Phil's going to get caught in the water? Whoops. Yes, typical. What have you got?
2 bits of sea glass.
Oh yes, they're only little, but...
At least I think they're sea glass.
Yep. Oh, well done. I haven't found any sea glass yet.
Oh, it's very difficult in these tiny stones.
Yes,
but,
it is. You look there.
You've got to watch the waves at the same time.
Yes. I don't think we're going to get drenched today though, because the tide is on the way out. You just have to keep one eye on it. Well, that's a first. We've actually found some china on the beach. Do you think that's plain or patterned? It is plain, but I think it's possibly been washed to death in this water and the patterns actually come off. We find that a lot around these beaches. We'll have a little look around this area here. The groins are pretty well worn and rotted, but they're still gathering things, so there's always a chance. Is that metal? No, it's a bit of plant. Ooh, it's very slippery trying to walk up pebbles. It's going from underneath your feet. Right, we've got some driftwood. And what's that red under there? Ah, part of a plastic sign, I think. We've got a couple more of these shark's purses, some people call them. Oh, 3 there. They're all hatched out. More bits of driftwood. More pretty pebbles. I am going to resist. More driftwood. Wow, you wouldn't need ever to buy logs. You could just come to the beach every day if you lived here and run your log fire on beach logs. Oh, look how round that one is there. It's very circular. Oh, we missed Phil getting wet. I heard a shout and he was running out of the water. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to collect any more, and I have got this much, but look at that. Oops. Oh no, there is just far too many nice stones. I love that. I also love this. Look at that. That's absolutely stunning. Oh, there's another one. One stripy, one spotty. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Oh, I can't leave it here. I've got to take it with me. Aha, I found a painted stone. There. That's definitely got paint on it. Let's have a look at this. woodlandfinds.co.uk, woodlandfinds.uk, or just UK. Ah, no, it's just an address. Right, that's a little bit of plain pebble then. We'll leave that there. We were looking down, checking out the stones, and we've lost Phil again. He's terrible for wandering off. Woo! We've got to be so careful with these waves. Aha! What are you doing in there?
Hiking.
You found anything exciting? Oh, they're nice. There's a few little bits of sea glass. Well worn. Oh, look at that. It's almost like a cave. Not really very deep. Let's go have a look. Sorry, it's a bit bouncy and bumpy, but underfoot, as you can see, is very awkward. Ooh. I would imagine in like 1,000 years this is going to be, well, either completely collapsed into the sea or a lovely big cave. What's that? Is that a shell? Oh yes, there's a big shell. Oh, what's Phil found? Oh, that's a prettier one than ours.
It's a boat, isn't it?
Just a second, the light behind you. Very nice. Look at the difference. Phil found a really pretty one.
It was under the seaweed.
This is an interesting phenomenon we often see in Wales on the beaches, and that's these little dark spots on the pebbles. And there's a reason for that, and that's because in Wales it's either raining, it's just stopped raining, or it's going to rain. And as you can see, more spots are appearing. It started raining. Pop your brolly up quick. Whoa, we're getting soaked.
It's gonna rain. It's raining.
Look at that, Aberystwyth in the rain.
The weather is definitely stormy today, and the waves are pretty big, but nothing like they were in the 1860s. That's when the pier was built, and just a year or so after it was built, a big storm took out 30 metres of the pier, which in total length is 244 metres. That was a bit of a setback, took a while to repair and to get the confidence of the people to go out onto the pier again. And then the next thing that happens, a few years later, they claim somebody left a pipe burning, and the next thing you know, the pier was burning, because everything was timber back then. So the pier burnt down. But somebody bought it. This time they used cast iron, and then in the 1890s, down came the Prince of Wales to open the pier yet again, which is probably why it's called the Royal Pier. Well, we're going to walk towards the pier now and see what we can find on this beach. Come on.
Now this you couldn't quite describe as sand, it's more grit, isn't it? Below the grit is sand. The top layer is all these little tiny teeny pebbles that haven't quite gone small enough to be classed as sand. I don't know, maybe there's some sort of benchmark that you can find out when something becomes sand, but I don't think that is it? Oh, there's another broken shell. A fair size on that. More stones, but I'm not picking any up. I'm going to be very well behaved. Are you impressed? Well, don't tell Phil. But I did pick this one up, because I thought that would be fun to paint, and that could be a snowy mountain, and then I can paint the sky above there with a Christmas tree perhaps. But that's our little secret. Don't tell on me. Ah, now these steps are supposed to be quite big, but the sand has all washed up, so most of the steps are under the sand. So we've only got, when we get off the beach, 4 steps to get to the prom.
And the prom is under sand.
And there you are, the sandy prom. Oh, you can bring your bucket and spade and just play on the prom.
Well, it's warmer in here than out there and less windy. So now it's time to open the flask and enjoy a nice freshly baked roll. Oh.
Cup of coffee, but what have you got in your roll, Mr. Johnson?
I've got cheese in my roll, and in a moment I'm going to pop some cheese and onion crisps in with it.
Oh, you are so classy.
Sophistication.
Oh.
A chef on the go.
This is a lovely little paddling pool, so if you can't get down on the beach because of its high tide, or perhaps your children don't like walking on the sand, you can bring them to paddle in this little pool here. But there's a bit of a problem. Because of the roughness of the seas, look at this end. There's no water, it's just sand, rocks and the odd pigeon. You can tell just how crazy these tides get.
That pigeon wants to know why you think he's odd.
It's a long way down to the beach. There are loads of stone steps and I couldn't get down there with my dicky knees. So I've sent Phil down. He's a wonderful little guinea pig. He's going to wander around and have a look underneath the pier, see if there's anything worth collecting. Meanwhile, we'll stand up here and just enjoy the view. Something now that you'll probably remember and will drive you bonkers when you watch videos of the horizon. Now there's the end of the pier, and if I just turn around you can see the horizon starts to tip until eventually all the water is going to run off the side of the earth. And that happens a lot because you tend to get distracted and you just turn not looking at the horizon. So what you need to do is turn, and as I'm turning I'm watching constantly that horizon and keeping it nice and level, well, as level as possible. So now, when you look at videos of people at the seaside recording, or even just looking at a flat horizon on the land, you'll notice it go like that, because it's panning around and it will drive you completely bananas. Sorry, I told you now, you could never forget. Ooh, Phil's got a handful of something. There must have been something interesting down there. What you got?
Yeah.
Oh, shells.
What do you think of that?
Hello. Hello, Mr. Johnson.
Steady eye on you.
Oh, be brave. Come on, you can do it.
My handrail's too low.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
As many of you will know, Phil doesn't like heights, and it's quite a drop down there. Ooh, what have you got? Let's have a look into your treasure.
No sea glass, no china, no nothing.
No nothing. That means there's something. Double negative. Tut tut.
Oh, I got that nice flat stone for you to paint on.
Like a Christmas tree, isn't it?
I got that one.
Ooh, there's a big lump of a shell, isn't it? Wow.
Someone was suggesting
Yes.
can put a wick and run wax in there
Oh yes.
And put them on a dinner table.
What I use them for is putting my glue in, my PVA glue when I'm making craft.
It's a nice little deep one, look.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
But then I spotted these, which I thought were ever so nice, see? They're sort of iridescent, very flat.
Oh yes, they are nice.
They're
They're the bottoms of these, I think.
Yeah, they look nice.
That would be sort of very roughly.
Yeah, but don't they look nice when they're flat?
Something like that.
An hour.
Oh, that's pretty. I love these scallop shells. Whatever the size, I think they're really cute.
So I think we better pop them in the bag and then put the umbrella up.
It's raining
start
again.
to rain again.
Main feature of a Welsh holiday lately is rain. Twice we've been away and twice it has poured down.
Could be something to do with the fact it's December.
Oh yes, I suppose so.
There we go.
Right, on our way we go. Now, Mr. Johnson, we're not at the beach.
We are. The sea is just over that wall. There's the sea. Here is the River Ystwyth, which you can only assume Aberystwyth took its name from. So we've got two choices. Due to the fact the wind is blowing in off the sea, I suggest we have a go at a bit of a mudlark on the river.
Ooh. I don't know how close we can get and how deep the water is at the edge, but we'll have a look and maybe there's mud, maybe there's not. Maybe there's treasure, maybe there's not. Let's go have a look. Well, it's windy, it's drafty and it's cold, but I still think we should go in the water. What do you think? Oh, come on, pop your wellies on. And in we go. Well, we have a little look. Don't forget, shout if you see something. Some seaweed in the river. Aha! Can you see what I can see? It's some ridged pottery! What is a mudlark without ridged pottery? I've come out of the water because it is just so cold on my toes, but I've spotted something big and white down here. What do you think that is? Oh, it's a shell. It's nice, but I thought it was some sort of china figurine that had smashed, but it's not. It's a pretty shell. So many pebbles. I think we should throw one in the water. Which one should we throw? What about this one? Everything's so slimy. Here we go. Oh, and another one. Oh, Phil's going to throw one. Oh, look at that. Two skim. No, we're very good at sploshing though. You watch this splosh now. Hey.
Oh, that went straight
Oh,
in.
big splosh. I picked up this bit of white, but I didn't turn the camera on because it looked a bit boring. I was beginning to think, we're not going to find anything pretty along here. And then I saw this. It's a pretty piece of blue and white. So there aren't a huge amount of finds so far, but we can go up a little bit further. I've got to be careful, it's really slippery underfoot. I don't know if you can see all the green algae on everything, so I can't film and look where I'm going, so that's why I'm not doing very much filming as I walk along here. I have spotted something amazing. Can you see it there? Now, as you all know, we're in Wales, and this seems to be either some dragon skin or a fossil part of a dragon. Look at the pattern on that. Do you think I found a fossilised part of dragon? Or a piece of dragon skin? Because their skin is very tough and would survive hundreds of years after they die. Oh, wow! What have you got, Mr. Johnson?
I have treasure.
Ooh.
Genuine treasure.
Genuine treasure. That infers gold doubloons. Oh, that's pretty.
See, it's a patterned one.
It is. It's only a tiny little bit. But there is a pattern on it. Oh, a lump of frosted river glass.
Bottom of the bottle, I'd say, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it looks like, doesn't it? Yeah. And, oh, that's nice. Is there any sunshine? Green?
Just
Plain?
Plain. And
And,
my treasure.
oh, show us your treasure. Oh, wow, it's money. It is treasure. Wow.
Genuine treasure.
Oh, wow, a pound coin. Hey, the drinks are on fill.
Definitely Elizabethan. Queen Elizabeth II's on the top.
Yeah. We've given up on the river. It's just too dangerous. It's very slippery, not worth falling over for. So we're walking along the path and something caught my eye. Now, what do you think it is? What do we always find on a mudlark? Is it a shopping trolley? Is it a ball? Is it some bridge pottery? Is it a dog? It's a practice golf ball. What is a mudlark without a ball? But there's Phil coming up from the river path, and there's another path here, and over that big clump of pebbles, can you hear the sea?
Let's go have a look.
Should be over the brow of that pebble hill. I'll turn the camera off because it's going to be a very bumpy ride. That's a noisy old sea. I wouldn't say it's very likely we're going to find any sea glass down here, but you never know. It's always worth checking. Apparently there are places down here with lots of sea glass, but nobody tells anybody where they are. It's a secret. I've just found this pebble and come up with a really good idea. I haven't got a Posca pen that's the colour of a gingerbread man. Well, that is more gingerbread than my Posca pens that I have, so I'm going to take that home and see if I can do anything with that and make it look like a gingerbread man. I'll have to get your thinking cap on. Let's have a look at some of these pebbles. It's a nice one. There, with an oval on. And striped ones. Mainly grey in this part of the beach though. Now these don't look very natural, do they? Anything painted on them? No name. That's nice. All the colours of the sea. Not a big fat candy floss or cotton candy.
No china, no glass, no shells.
Oh.
The 3 lucky stones.
Oh.
Is 1 wishing stone. 2 wishing stones.
It's a pretty one. Like a zebra.
And here's my favourite. It's a red, almost heart-shaped wishing stone.
Oh yes, very nice.
Red wishing stones.
If you're running short on wishes, come down to Aberystwyth Beach, you'll find plenty.
And according to what I've read,
Yes?
there's all kinds of rules for wishing stones, but one is you give them to someone else and their wishes come true. So there we go, dear. 3 wishes for you.
3 wishes. Thank you, my little genie.
Whee!
we seem to have found another lookout box or pillbox. Let's go up and check it out. Phil's keen, he's gone on ahead already. Oh, that's a long way down. I think we'll have to be very careful on this path. Hopefully Phil doesn't look down there because he'll get all giddy. Can we get in?
No, they cemented up the entrance here.
Right.
And all the windows, see the bricks?
Right, oh yes.
But unlike the other end, up the north, where we've got the castle from centuries ago, this is sea defences, World War II style.
Yes, look at this, you could date it by the corrugated iron that they used to shutter in when they were covering it. It's a very cold and blustery day. Hold on to your hat, Mr. Johnson.
I can hold on to my hat.
And here we are at another beach. We were previously over there on the river and the beach, and you can see about, oh, I'm not really good at this, there is the sentry box or pillbox we just went to see, and now we're going on to the beach here, and Phil has already spotted some bricks. Right, so let's have a look at the beach in this area and see what we can find. There's seaweed, smaller seaweed. I wonder if that's relevant. It's none of the big stuff, it's just all this very fine, delicate seaweed. Very pretty. And we've got lots of bits of broken brick. Here's a bit of yellow one with a hole, and we've got an orange one, and we've got a little bit of something that's been washed to death. That looked like a pebble that's already been decorated to look like it's under the sea, and it's not, it's just little bits of seaweed have stuck themselves to it. Oh, that's a pretty colour. It's very burgundy purple. And this, I thought it was going to be some stoneware, but I think it is just a piece of stone. Here's another bit of pre-built house. I reckon over the years we found enough bits like this we could join them all together and make a nice little bungalow. Oh, this looks like a mi-foi, ice slice as some people call them, or a custard slice. Very nice. You could eat it if you had very strong teeth. And what's this? Oh no, that's interesting. It's a bit of stone, and it's got like some strata running through the middle, which makes it look like it's an egg about to hatch. Or maybe it is a fossilised dinosaur egg. We are in Wales, you never know. And look at this. Oh, it's another pretty one. One bit of advice I would give you. If you have a problem when you see stones like this and all the other beautiful stones I see and you can't leave them behind, don't come to Aberystwyth. You'll never manage to resist. Aha, I found some river glass or sea glass. Oh, it's not very smooth. It's got like a fluted edge, so I think it's recently smashed off something, but has been dumped for quite a while. Oh, what have you got?
Yours are a bit bigger than mine.
It is, isn't it?
But mine's smoother.
It is, like a baby's bottom. Well, Phil hasn't had much success of finding bricks with names on, but I found this bit here, which is a bit of wall again, but that's got bricks and stones.
So that's
Oh, that's nice, yes. I think,
a corner.
They all were done like that for the corner. Very pretty.
Yeah, engineered for the corner, look. Very nice.
And I found a nut. Not a hazelnut, not a chestnut, not a walnut, but a metal nut. I found a bike. It's rather rusty. I don't think it's going to be rideable. I wonder if somebody dropped it in the river accidentally, whether they fell off it, landed in the river with it, or whether it's been dumped. Could be anything. But there are some bits of metal here as well, so maybe this is where the river's dropping metal off, because here's a big chunk of something terribly exciting. Look at that. I would say that is one of those feet off scaffolding pipes. You put it down and that little sticky up bit would stick up, and you put your scaffolding pipe over there. That's my idea. What do you think? Am I right? Am I wrong? There's more of this terracotta. And that's the rim of something with the glazing still on. Now that could easily be terracotta, couldn't it? Until you pick it up, you see there's some of the lines of the different stone. That's a really pretty caramel colour. It looks like a toffee, a lump of fudge. Time to do a roundup, and a dog has decided to join in.
That's all right, he's far enough away.
Yes. Right, let's have a look. Ooh, you found some interesting things.
Now then, before you go looking at everything,
yes,
I've given us just a two-piece plain or pattern. So it could be a draw, it could be an outright win, it could be a total lose. But what do you think? Two pieces.
Well, let's play plain or patterned. Right, this one I'm going to say, oh, there's two, so I'm going to have a look at them both. I'm going to say that one has got some writing on. I don't know what I'm basing that on. Oh no, it's patterned, but it doesn't have any writing on. I'd say that's fairly modern, but really
quite a chunk, isn't it?
Well worn. Yeah, got a nice big chunk, but I think that's probably one of these modern coffee mugs you get from like Asda's or something. And this then I'm going to go for, oh. Now is this plain, so they were one of each, or is Phil tricking me and there's something on there? Okay, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to say patterned.
I lose.
Oh, look at that. Yep. 2-0. Right.
I was walking towards this rock to set up my scrap, and I found them just there, walking up. Found virtually nothing all along, and then found two pieces of china in one go.
There we go.
Typical.
Right then, let's have a look what you got then.
Right, I got this, which you got to put in the bin. That's the old cartridge. Yeah.
Right.
And there's a bit of unusual sea glass.
Yes.
Amazingly, it is not broken yet.
No.
Because that is sharp as stink if it do break, so that can get in the bin as well.
Right.
It's not safe, so we take that. A little bit of glass with the ribs on.
Yeah. Top of a jar, jam jar or something probably.
Of course, as always, a bit of a marmalade pot, stoneware pot. It's got one little ridge there, so it's going to be a wide ridged one. And this is just a little bit, I just found it interesting because it was that way up and it had a bit of a shape to it, and when I picked it up it was glazed. Could well be off a sewer pipe.
It could be, but
quite likely.
What do you reckon? Is that a sewer pipe or is that something really interesting?
And then I was looking for bricks, but I did get a little bit of tile.
Right, that's nice. A little bit of probably quarry tile off the floor.
Or perhaps a corner of a brick.
Could be, yes.
Come off the brick. Now looking at it, what made me think was looking at the sort of size of the brick there.
Yes, could well be a bit
of brick. This brick, now I should know this because I know I've seen that before.
Riabon and Terra something. Terracotta, terra firma, I don't know. Riabon and Terra something. We'll have to check that out.
And then we've got just a couple of little bits and pieces. Not sure what that indentation is. Is that just a chunk out?
I haven't seen a fossil in our area that looks like that, so it could be a fossil. Oh, it's a heart fossil. Look at that.
Could be where some marine animal was clamped on or something.
Could be. Or is it just a mark in the stone? What do you think? It's a pretty heart. Ah, there's a heart stone. Oh, shame that didn't fit, isn't it? There we go, a heart there and a heart there.
And go on, plain or patterned?
Oh, I'm going for, it can't be 3 in a row, plain.
Oh, I give up.
Hey!
I'm going home. And then my scrap.
Oh, scrap.
Now this is quite modern scrap.
Is that off a bit of scaffolding or something?
I think
I think it could be off the bottom of a pier.
Yeah, it's a bit more structured than a scaffolding piece. See that? That's very well done there. Something must have gone through there. A boat perhaps came up through and held something. Bottom of the railings, maybe. This.
Oh, I like that. Copper. I love that sort of thing.
Screw on, look, and obviously a hammer fit. You tight, or you should say hand tight, but you could see it's being hit by a hammer because it's a bit bent.
Yeah.
Tap it down tight. But is there words on there?
Let's have a look.
I think there may be.
Possibly lock something.
Right, yeah, I'll put over there. Now, this I thought was metal.
Oh, it looks like a doorknob.
but I think it's Bakelite.
Oh, it's Bakelite, that's nice.
Is it one of those things you stand under your furniture?
Could well be to stop your furniture rolling
Stop
around.
the casters sticking in the carpet and rolling around the place.
Well, it could be the lid off a glass jar, possibly. I'm not sure, but it's Bakelite. Oh, very nice.
It was that way down, so it looked rusty. So I thought, oh, more scrap for me. Bit of scrap iron.
Oh, that's definitely scrap, yes.
I like that, bit of cast.
Ooh,
Here's my
quite a bit.
favourite. My favourite find of the day.
Oh, that's a spike.
That's a dickens of a spike.
A dickens of a spike.
That's a solid bit of spike, that is. I spiked something long ago.
So why is that your favourite? Why do you like this spike?
Because that's handmade
Hmm.
and it served a purpose.
Right.
Somebody at some point, 100 plus years ago, perhaps when they were building the pier here, decided they needed this, they made this, and they drove it into place. It's all fallen down, it's been washed away, and then I found this spike.
There
I
we go.
like it. I like it. Well, if you've enjoyed our little jaunt along the coast here, please give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and you'll know whenever we put out a video, especially if you ding that bell for notifications. But most importantly, as we tell you every time, I'm telling you this time, until the next time, have fun. Bye.
Bye.